Greetings, this is Sloshworks. Welcome back to Shadowrun, Dragonfall, Director's Cut. As I said, I will be getting better at that every single time, but there you go. I just had a thought as I was loading this up, actually. I was thinking that we must be pretty close to actually having Overwatch, because Overwatch is something that you earn. Yes. And now I know it looks like I just checked that before I started, but I really didn't. That's legitimately what just happened. So I think we are going to take that. We're going to take that one right there. But the problem is we need to take our quickness up there to get that. So if we do that, when we get our next 2 karma, we will get that, and then we will have Overwatch. And then I think we'll be actually a little bit better off, a little bit less reliant on everybody else. And that's kind of what we're aiming for, is to be able to contribute when we're not buffing, even though we will be buffing quite a lot. Okay, let's assemble the team. We are heading out to the Chemi Europa facility to get that MK6 thing. Now, we definitely need Blitz. Definitely need Eiger. Now, I know we've got all these other ones we can pick from and all that kind of stuff, but I really have a soft spot for Glory. So, I feel this is going to end up being our team all the way through. I mean, if we didn't have a Shaman being me, Dietrich would be somebody I would be taking along, because I think Shamans are pretty damn cool. But since I'm a Shaman, it makes it a bit hard to bring him along. MKVI, Monolithic Plastic Sterile. Pardon me. The Berlin office of AG Chemi Europa is all of these things and more, the worst qualities of modern corporate culture, all mixed into a toxic stew and sluiced through a single prefab office building. Thankfully, you shouldn't have to stay long. According to the intel that your client provided, this should be a simple smash and grab operation. Yeah, right. And you have been given the tools to carry it out with a minimum of fuss. The MKVI prototype, whatever it is waiting for you on the 25th floor. It's time to go and get it. Okay, so we are wearing our traditional mage robes of 3. I don't feel like we need to change any of these things. I feel these are kind of the best. Actually, no, we'll get rid of the hyper. We don't really need that at all. I'd almost like to have one of those things put in me where I can do like Glory does, where she can do her stuff. So we can't use Nitro. Nitro's bad for us. I mean, none of it's really going to be. None of it's really necessary. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to bring one of those flashbang grenades, and everybody else is pretty okay. I mean, we can loan. Let's have a look at his weapon. He's got a. That's a shotgun though, and that's a pistol. And he uses an SMG. There's no point in replacing her stuff. Now, she's got a damage 10 gun, but she's got pistol skills, so there's no point in us giving that to her. There's no point in us giving any of the other stuff to me, so, well, there you go. I guess that's the best we can possibly be. I don't know if it's the best loadout at all. AG Chemi Europa, After Hours. Let's have a look. There's a shipping crate up there I'd like to go have a look at. I love this little drone, man. I love this little drone so much. Just the thought, these crates have been sealed, the only visible markings of Project Atlas. Just the thought that we can take -4 action points off someone is absolutely awesome. Sent to our stash because we don't really need it. We've got other stuff. We're definitely going to go and explore everywhere though, now that things are kind of showing up around the place, so there's no point not to. I mean, maybe there's going to be an encounter that we didn't necessarily need to have, but I don't think that's going to be the way that things are. It doesn't look like we can go in any of them. I mean, I know you guys would tell me if I needed to, or if I missed something, so it's better to check everywhere, isn't it? So we're going to go and we're going to use the little black box, I guess. After a few moments of sifting through cables, you find a diagnostic connector with the right input to fit the little black box that Herr Schmidt gave you. Plug it in. The connector slips into the box with a satisfying click. A tiny red light sets into the box's lid, begins flashing. After a few seconds, it turns solid yellow, and then finally shifts to green. At that instant, all of the lights in the garage turn off. A few seconds later, the emergency lighting kicks in. If what Schmidt told you was true, you've just killed the main power for most of the building. In theory, the box has also circumvented the security cameras on the building's upper floors. You should be able to intercept the camera feeds by tapping into an elevator console on the 24th floor. Handy little thing. Alright team, let's go. I don't believe that that's worked, by the way. Oh well, there we go. We needed to go down here anyway. I don't think it's worked. I think something's going to go horribly, horribly wrong. I don't know about you guys, but this seems to be the way that things go for us. Eiger indicates a console built into the wall beside the elevator. This looks like the elevator console. The camera feeds should have been routed here. It takes only a moment to connect your PDA, and immediately visual feeds from all over the building begin to flood in. Yeah, definitely a handy little toy. Now I really want one. Okay, so these are all the security cameras that we can see, I guess. So I'm not quite sure what this means, but that's an observation console. There's medical supplies. There's a body there. We should probably check that out. I mean, look at all this stuff. We should... some dudes up there. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 security dudes up there now. I can't see anywhere else, but I feel that if we go down this way... Let's have a look at the sign. Laboratory entrance. I really want to get in there though. Warning, toxic gas detected. Laboratory lockdown engaged. So that's how they've done that. Oh no, they have done that because he's knocked out. Laboratory observation. So I'm really intrigued. I don't know what's going on here. A warning light strobes out from the console at your approach. Large white letters shriek out against a red background. Warning, toxic contamination detected. COC12, phosphine gas. Hazardous material override engaged. Laboratory entrances locked down. Don't have that. I mean... Huh. Access the substance library, I guess. Connection failed, network access. Oh, what should we do? Should we purge the air? Should we introduce a gaseous agent to laboratory atmosphere? I kind of feel like that's the interesting one. Let's do that. Please input agent to introduce... Oh, is that something I should know? I think that's going to be something that we're going to have to find out about, unless there's something in our mission items that I know about. No. Nope. Okay, so we can't get in there yet, but I have a feeling we're going to want to. So we know that there's some dudes up there. We should be pretty safe to explore everything else, unless there's like one guy that we haven't seen. Let's look at this sign before I forget about it. Data store records, excellent. Let's go to the records terminal. Maybe this is going to answer our questions. Welcome to the AGC data library. Oh no, CO something 12. Damn. Maybe there's some other stuff down here. No. I really want to get in there though. Look at it. All this stuff. Like, we definitely are going to need to get in there. It's just a matter of working out how. So let's have a look at this sign here. It doesn't look like there's anybody over here yet. Building maintenance, that's always a good start. So let's go that way. Medical supplies, more medical supplies. That I'm alright with that. And we're going to send this to our stash. Always worth having more medical supplies. Kind of wish we could sell some more. What are you? I want to look at the sign. Can I look at the sign? Junior Executive Werner Hardegger. Okay, so we're breaking into this dude's office. At least we know there's no one here. We'll go to the bar. On the bar are a number of bottles of alcohol. Most of them look expensive. I'm going to use my etiquette socialite and examine the bottles because I know about my booze. Upon closer examination, you can see that the bottles on top of the bar aren't terribly exciting. Good booze, but certainly, but nothing to write home about. Tucked away under the bar, however, you find, pardon me, you find an unopened bottle of Islay Scotch. The handwritten label announced it as the first bottle from a batch distilled nearly 50 years ago, aged in a cask that once held Amontillado. To the right by, this could be worth some serious money. Excellent. Well, that certainly helped that we had socialite, didn't it? Let's inspect the terminal. Upon closer inspection, you notice something interspersed among the colourful bouncing sprites at the screensaver. There's a symbol that you recognise, the jet drop marker of the Shockwellen writer. As you study the display, a green light winks on above the terminal's display, the recording light of a pinhole camera. Okay, it says welcome Slosh. This is an open request for information about the projects and material prototypes being delivered. Oh, it's those dudes, the people who do the secret drops. It's known that a synthetic drug is being developed here in support of a project called Atlas. In addition, a functional prototype called MKVI has been developed. The first contributor to provide us with the project data for Atlas, the chemical formula for this new drug, and visual records of MKV in operation will be handsomely rewarded. All three. They are known to be a heartless corporation with little regard for metahuman safety or morality. They guard their secrets jealously and seek to hoard all information gained for themselves. This behaviour cannot be allowed to go unpunished. Unfortunately. I mean, unfortunately, the big problem with that is we've taken a job, so I don't know. We'll grab a bottle for the road as well. Did I just grab a normal? I just grabbed some cheap booze as well. So we can't go in here yet. We can summon a hearth spirit. I guess they're just going to walk around with us though. From the bin. Let's talk to them. We can talk to them. You reach out into the astral plane, beckoning to any spirits that might be listening. Eventually you receive a response. A feeling of comfort washes over you as the spirit of the hearth makes itself manifest. I am the spirit of this domain. You have summoned me, and so I am yours. How may I serve? I remember how much these little kids freaked me out in the first game. How do I get to the next floor? I know little of the next floor. It is warded against my kind. However, there is a box that climbs up a tunnel like the one you came in. Few use this box. It is on the far side of the building, but this is my domain, and I see it as well as I do the rest. How may I serve? You said that few people ever use that elevator. Who have you seen using it? Until recently only one, a human man. Now the man, but also a woman, never at the same time as the man. Last night there was a change. A group rode the elevator, towing something foul. It bled a cloud of corruption into the astral plane. I fled from it. I had no choice. I can still feel the wrongness of it oozing down from above, polluting the magic of this place. Thank you, spirit. That's disgusting. Tell me about the man. His aura is dark and cold. Others move from his path, and flashes of fear spread through the auras of all those around him. So I guess he's in charge of the corporation. He believes himself to be of great import. Each day upon his arrival he travels above. He remains that place until the sun falls. Then he leaves to return the next day. So I guess that's his office up there. What about the woman? Her aura shines bright with energy, but I see flecks of the man's darkness beginning to take... Oh no! On the rare occasions that I have seen them together, her aura reaches out to meet his. She offers her energy and brightness to him, and she does it willingly. I wonder if he's a vampire. How can she stand to feed such a connection? Eludes me. But then you physical creatures have always been a mystery to me. The woman also serves another man. She follows him, cleans for him, provides for him. He lacks the strength and darkness of the man from above and clearly fears him, but the woman cares for him all the same. What about the foulness? I can tell you little. It was shielded from my sight, yet such great pain and sorrow can never be fully hidden. From the cracks in its armour poured a foul cloud of wrongness and death. It left a stain on everything it passed, and I was afraid. Most terribly of all, I sensed a presence. Buried deep, a twisted nexus of pain and loathing suspended in the cloud of filth, and in the centre of that cloud, awareness. I am so confused as to what's happening right now. How do we get onto this elevator? All who enter the elevator, as you call it, first perform a ritual of entrance, a series of tapping motions on the pad mountain beside it. The man has done this always. After she was summoned, the woman took up the ritual as well. Do you know it? No, I know little about your technology, and what I do know has not enticed me to learn more. How was this woman summoned? The summons was delivered by parchment, so I sent a letter. And the parchment, it was set aflame, then discarded. Some yet remains. Where are the remains of the parchment? It was discarded along with the myriad refuse that you meat beings produced. From there it was moved to a larger receptacle to await removal. I assume that it's still there. It's in the bin. 3 receptacles sit together behind the most distant door in this room. The furthest from us now holds what you seek. Where does the woman sit? The woman sits behind the closet door when she's not visiting the dark man above. The closet door? The closet door? The closet door? I swear that wasn't there before. Partially burnt code 847. Okay, so we need to find 3. And now that's the records terminal. We still haven't found out any names though. Now we came in here. So a lot of security cameras around here. Now there is these dudes up here that I'm sure we can do this without bothering them. Like, I'm sure we can do it, but I just don't know how. Might as well open this door in the way. I mean, it's not going to change anything. What's that sign say? Just so I can say I've seen it. So that's security room. That's the security room. I mean, we need to do something here. We definitely need to do something there. Examine the keypad in astral space. Oh, brilliant. Your third eye slipped open, revealing the hidden world of the astral plane. Several of the buttons on the keypad glimmer faintly. So, it was 857... 3... I wish I had a pen. 3459. 8573549. Oh, I mean, that could be anything. 83459. Yeah, no. I mean, we can't do that. I guess because we've already done that. So if we look up here, that should be in our mission items. I'm assuming. Partially burnt code is 8478. I really wish that had saved that, actually. 4759, was it? Because we've got 847, so it'd be 84795. We could try that. 84759. Three. 8475. It feels wrong. It feels like we're not going to be able to do that, so we're going to have to leave that for now. Kind of wish we hadn't not written that down. I mean, we could go... Let's go talk to him again. Oh, we could... I don't necessarily want to kick open the security. I mean, we can. Let's summon him again. Just to talk to the little dude again. Just because we need to get in there. How do I get into the elevator? Yep, so we know the ritual. We know how the woman was summoned. What are the parchment? We've asked you this before. 3 receptacles sit together behind the most distant door in this room. The furthest from us now holds what you seek. 3. So we did that one before. Okay, I really want to get in there though. Like, we're gonna need to get in there. So, what do you reckon? Let's... I don't know. I don't want to do the wrong thing, but let's okay, let's we're not doing an Iron Man playthrough. It's mostly story. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this as soon as everyone stops moving. We'll confirm that, and full screen please. I do not know what I just pushed to do that, but there you go. Wow, I do not know what just happened then. That was a bit crazy. Okay, well, I just need to remember I need to edit that. So there we go. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go here and save that. So what's that? That was nuts. We're just going to save that, and we're going to... Okay, so... let's just purge the air. Have your Decker forge a level 5 authorization. I'm going to do it. The distant whir of a powerful fan system fills the air. Papers and other loose objects within the lab begin to flutter and roll as a powerful wind disturbs their rest. Atmosphere purged. No contaminants detected. Disengaging lockdown. There we go. I knew that it was all lies. Well, I guess he's dead though, so... Let's have a look at our other objectives. Clear the toxic gas from the lab. So we did that, I think. I think we did that anyway. There's some weird stuff that happened just before with with what was going on. So I'm really hoping this recording's still working. There's some just weird stuff happening lately. Let's look at this body. The scientist lays dead beside a small pile of smashed glass, and a number of beakers have been knocked over on the nearby table, so I guess he fell down pretty damn fast. Let's pick that up. We'll send that to our stash. We don't need any jars. Get our medical supplies. We'll send that to our stash. Our stash is getting pretty decent, actually. Let's look at the note. On the counter is a note carefully transcribed in neat handwriting. The paper bears the letterhead of Senior Executive Lennart Stromberg. I am still waiting for that report. When I said ASAP, I meant I needed it yesterday. Stay until you've completed the tests, then leave the report on my desk. The door code is 54139. Do this tonight. I expect to see it waiting for me when I arrive tomorrow. So we have that, 54139. Let's look at this terminal and see if there's anything interesting here. This computer is powered on, but in sleep mode. When the screen comes to life, you find a half-written text file on the screen. The timestamp on the most recent edit tells you that it was written just a few minutes ago. I mean, I've been running around for a few minutes. I didn't sleep last night either. Doesn't look like I'm going to sleep tonight. The last test batch failed. My fault. I got the mixture wrong. Sloppy work, Jensen. I can barely keep my eyes open. Got to try again, though. No excuses in this office. I despise relying on stimulants, but I've got no choice. Got to keep going. Progress marches on. Starting a new batch. If Houseoffer's pet isn't ready to be tested tomorrow, well, best not to think about that. Got to concentrate. Remember lab safety. Keep alert. Keep awake. One row. Good room. Okay, so he died like that. Let's read 2 weeks ago. The new formula arrived today. Formula 17. I swear, whoever names these things must have no imagination at all. Formula 17, honestly. Still, I can't wait to start working with it. From what I've read, early clinical trials were promising in the extreme. Amazingly potent, this stuff. Increased potency means less frequent injections at a lower dosage. There's nothing not to like. Despite my enthusiasm, there's still much to be done. Speeding up absorption rates is first on the list, and I have some concerns regarding the subject's immune reactions. Perhaps the formula could be tailored on a patient-by-patient basis. So last week, tailoring doses to individual patients has worked wonders. The key was taking a gene therapy-based approach. They've been using it in medicine for ages, so why not apply the same logic here? So in a nutshell, I've used the subject's own DNA to delude their immune systems into believing that Formula 17 belongs in their bodies. Simple and effective. This is messed up. This approach has helped to increase the formula's absorption rate, as well as significantly reducing incidence of rejection. Unfortunately, it also rules out an easy mass-produced product, but I'm convinced that the results will justify the additional costs. Yesterday. A week. He waits an entire week before telling me that tailoring the mixture is an unacceptable solution, and then he tells me that the trials are to begin tomorrow. I have no time, and Giesbrecht applying so much pressure that I can barely think. Bastard. Houseoffer's probably threatening him. All of them can rot. This poor dude just worked himself to death, hey? Maybe now Houseoffer's playing Heat the Sheets with Giesbrecht's secretary. He'll learn to line up. I guess that's the guy with darkness. Anyway, I have some new ideas to move forward with the formula. Admittedly, they're far-fetched, possibly even dangerous, but if I don't start producing some results, I get the feeling that it won't be my problem for much longer. Wish me luck's journal, it's science time. So we're going to reread that, just to see if anything else comes in there. Nope, walk away. So 54139 is going to be this one up here. This is the one that we need to go, 54139. This is all some messed up stuff. 54139. Excellent. Door unlocked. I'm going to go in here first. Let's search this desk. I want to search the big desk first, not the secretary's desk. Project Atlas folder. On the desk is a file folder named Project Atlas. Open it. The folder is empty except for a single note. Moved to digital archive and locked under executive authorization. Oh, you're a dick. Search this desk. Stack of business cards on this desk reveals it belongs to one Anika Schroeder. Cursory search reveals that the desk drawers are stuffed full of lewd love notes, all hastily written on scraps of office stationery. So she's not cool. Exploring Anika's desk is like embarking on an odyssey of filth. 30 seconds in and you've already learned 3 new euphemisms for sex in a storage closet, as well as exciting new definitions for a variety of common office terms. Thankfully, your search also turns up something of a more immediate value, a scrap of paper with a name and a 5-digit code scribbled on it. Houseoffer 84792. So I guess that one, if we go back in here, we'll be able to use his computer. Okay, so I guess that's the code for the elevator, hey? Oh yeah, because she got given the code. Yeah. So we're going to go down here. I guess we've managed to do it without bothering them. They really should be a bit more concerned and walking around more. They've done 84792. I think that was what it was. Examine the keypad in astral space. Yeah, there you go. Enter the cast code 84792. There we go. Access granted, floor 25. Well, guys, I think we're going to leave it right there, and we'll be back in the next one, and we'll go check out floor 25. There's a lot of talking in this one, not much combat. I don't think we had any combat whatsoever, so, you know, I appreciate you guys sticking around. As always, thanks for watching. Any suggestions or anything, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys next time.